The iPhone 4S. This phone has always been one of my favorite phones of all time. So I decided to take a look back at it and see how it would fare today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 2017 review of the iPhone 4S. Let's get started. The iPhone 4S was launched in 2011 and was the last smartphone made under Steve Jobs. It fixed the small shortcomings of the iPhone 4 and came out to be perfect. The design is something which makes this phone different. This phone has a design which its rivals could not simply match at its time. The look and feel of the phone is honestly something I haven't gotten bored of since it was released. The glass back screams of quality, which is what distinguishes it from other phones with cheap plastic bodies and leather backs. You can easily increase the size of the phone and sell it today and it will still look as if it is years ahead. I'm highly optimistic for this year because there are rumors that the 10th anniversary iPhone will have an all-glass body and I would definitely buy such a phone. Now coming to the performance, this phone might seem like a joke on the specifications sheet. It has an Apple A5 chip which is underclocked from 1 GHz to 800 MHz. The phone has 512 MB of DDR2 RAM, but these specs don't matter as long as you have optimization, which I will talk about later in the video. So let's start with the boot test. This phone took 58.6 seconds to boot up to the lock screen. Coming to light tasks such as web surfing and using social media apps such as Twitter and Instagram is a breeze. I tried to play some games on the phone. First was a moderate usage Subway Surfers. In the first time, the phone died and I freaked out, only to find out it was the battery. The next time, the game started up quite laggy but got smooth after some time. I tested Clash of Clans, which also worked fine. Not very high frame rates, but not unplayable frame rates either. Okay, so next up, we have the software. The phone runs on iOS 9. It is not supported for the iOS 10 update, but iOS 9 is fine considering the fact how slow iOS 10 would be on this phone. So you might be thinking why apps were running quite nicely even with 512 MB of RAM. Here is where optimization kicks in. Apps are optimized to perform best on iOS. This means that the software perfectly uses the hardware so that even not so powerful processors can still manage to run everything smoothly. One more iconic software feature of this phone is Siri. The phone was the first to come out with this virtual assistant, which is quite a standout feature. Siri might not be the best as compared to the Google Assistant or Cortana, but we can safely say that if Apple did not create Siri, other companies wouldn't have gotten influenced by this competition to make their own assistants. Let's come to the camera. The camera is an 8 megapixel shooter with an f2.4 aperture. The phone takes very grainy shots during night, but give it sufficient light and it will surprise you. Here are some sample images I shot with the camera. If we talk about video quality, we can take some pretty good shots in good lighting conditions too. Being an iPhoneographer or a videographer who makes videos using iPhones and being a time-lapse lover, I use phones to shoot time-lapses. When I use this phone, the results turn out to be quite good. In conclusion, it totally depends on what you capture and how you capture it. But for the sake of a review, I would say it is below average as compared to the overall optics in today's smartphone cameras. So in conclusion, the iPhone 4S is still quite an impressive and beautiful phone today. If you are lucky to have one with you, then preserve it, because this phone is inarguably the phone which has influenced various other features present in smartphones today. That's been me, Arnav, and thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next one.